You know I can't stop playing this game. Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to a little bit more Halls of Torment. So first and foremost, do I have that Necromancer ring? No, Necromancer's clutch is just out of my reach, but I'm not sure how much I care. I think I actually do. I do enough. Let's refund one of these. Area and projectile size. I don't think we're going to need that. So yeah, let's use that extra money to buy the Necromancer's clutch. Get rid of the... I'm going to get rid of the base damage. I don't actually know if that's a good idea or not. But I figure if I'm going to be having summons, I might as well actually use it. I'll have to see if I can get some more summoning items, but I don't know if we have that in the game. Block strength, extra damage. I think most of these are kind of expensive. Actually, let's just invest in movement speed and some attack range, because that might actually help my ghosts a fair bit. Let's go to the Ember Grounds, at least for this round. Because, oh, that's new and nice. And what do we even invest in? So Wind Crown, summon skeletons. I don't actually know what my regular attack is. Magic, Radiant Aura, Magic Area. I'm gonna go for the Radiant Aura. I don't actually know if it's a good idea, but I do need to level it up, so I figure I might as well. Is that a meta progression to start with a talent, or did they just hand that out now? I have no idea. I'm gonna go for the range. Hopefully range actually affects my ghosts. Oh, you know what? For this one, I think, especially because my ghosts have slight homing, I'm just gonna throw it on auto. Duration? I don't know if duration affects my ghosts. Like, I really wish I could actually see my abilities and kind of inspect these things. Because I feel like some of these moves could actually be really beneficial. Maybe. Okay, what's next? Movement speed, area and code and size. Yeah, I'll just go big. I'll figure it out. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a whole lot of summoning moves, and this might take like a run or two before we actually get whatever is requisite to make the Necromancer better. Yeah, I probably should have picked something else, but whatever. Base damage, but reduced duration. Good damage, though, versus more duration. I think I'm going to go for that base damage. Because most of these ghosts don't last that long anyway. Let's see. Reduced health, extra damage is very tempting. Yeah, let's do it. I just want my ghosts to just absolutely Shrek things. I also would like them to be huge, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Okay, I do not want to do this one. 10% duration on all summons. Not that I have too many. But I would like to get more. Because hopefully there's like a full minion mastery build that you can do. I know there's a flesh golem. I've seen that much. Okay. I guess I should probably go ahead for things. I think we want to pick up Arcane Splinter and maybe the Fire Wave. Because we don't have any other summon moves that I can really invest into at the moment. Let's see, area and cone size? Yeah. Even if it doesn't really help my ghost, it helps the light aura. And I do want that to be fairly good. I mean, we're definitely going to need it. I'm going to get overwhelmed here otherwise. I'm so curious what the thing that I call lockpicks, I wonder what it actually is supposed to depict. Where are my enemies? At least these guys are weak. Okay. Aura, radius, and damage. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep investing into that. Fortunately, I feel like I also need a lot more attack speed to really make the aura that much better. Oh. That's kind of nice. Okay, more range, more damage. Go range. Because my damage at this point is actually not terrible. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. At the very least, I mostly one-shot the imps. Interesting, the shield guy can actually block that. Fair. Okay. I'm gonna just try and focus my ghosts. Dedication defensive. Extra duration but reduced. Now let's just go for the range. Oh, there we go. I turned off the ghost briefly. I think, especially if I'm using the aura. Damage radius, crit chance, crit bonus, but that's not very good. Let's just go for the summon damage for the meantime. Let's see, additional attacks is tempting. I think I'll get it. Let's see, crit chance, more attack speed. Yeah, I just want to summon a lot of ghosts. And duration is actually good on Transfixion. Whereas completely useless here. Yep, guess I'm grabbing Transfixion. Sure, I mean, why not? Transfixion is good. Let's see, reduce health, more damage. Yeah, sure. I'm definitely going to have to invest some into maximum health, otherwise I'm going to get just eaten. So I guess regen is generally more of my speed. Let's see, aura damage and aura charge speed. Yeah, I like that. My own summons keep throwing me off, though. That's always going to be a slight issue with this game. Let's see, fragile chance and affliction, pickup range. Let's just go for duration. Okay, arcane splinters, yeah. Because those are affected by the duration. I don't think they count as a summon. I probably should have looked. But the longer duration, at the very least, is going to help them out. Alright, let's start walking all the way back for that other move. And see if I can get some of these up to level 3 before I pick up the next move. Because we need to actually get an upgrade. Let's see. Otherwise, I'm just going to get another move that's not useful to me. I wish I could actually check what level they were, but no, never mind. It's reasonably easy enough to figure that one out. But yeah, so I want to have level 3 and 6 abilities before we pick up any more talismans. Let's see. Chance on hit. Actually, kind of tempting on this one. Because we want it to apply fragile. I generally go for pure raw damage on these, but if I'm going to be going for a lot of duration, the extra effect is a good idea. Okay, so we can get the Radiant Aura level 3. And all things considered, I'm probably going to try and leverage most of my upgrades in that general direction, even if it's not really compatible with this build. Ooh, 50% attack speed. We lose some duration, but I mean, those ghosts can already reach the end of the screen, and then some, so I'm not hurting on that. There we go. I'm just gonna have no HP, but a lot of really angry ghosts. With, as far as I can tell, infinite strike through and homing. We might want to get some life steal at some point. Crit chance, crit damage. Do I want to go for crit on this one? I think I'm gonna kind of... Is worth it? Like, it feels like I always go crit, but is there a reason not to? I'm not sure. Not really. I definitely like how Rogue Genesia handles crit a bit better, because there's kind of more of a give and take. Because you're going to have really rare crits that hit for a ton, or like a 100% chance to crit that hits for, you know, a much more reasonable amount of damage. And you kind of have to pick between the two. Or you can eschew it completely and just say, nope, never mind, I want none of these. And go really hard for just pure raw damage using average. I think it's a good system. I don't necessarily think this needs that level of stat customization, But I always kind of waffle on crits, because it's just like, is that worth it? I don't know, man. Ooh. Proficient stance, summon enhancement, attack speed, movement speed for summons. I like it. We just need more summons, is my big issue. Okay, yeah, maybe we consider the crit at this point. I'm dishing out a fair bit of damage, but I could dish out more. I am melting this guy, though. I'm assuming I've got him with a fair bit of stacks of fragility, and it is messing him up. Let's see what items we've got. Well, we only have those gloves as new. I think I'm still gonna wait, though. We get at least one more item here. And the main problem is, like, 30%, a 3% crit chance is not particularly interesting. Let's actually go for the maximum HP. We are a flimsy little boy. Which, maybe I shouldn't call myself that. I don't know. There's just something about, like, referring to myself with a diminutive, or as any kind of diminutive. Shoot, I forget how that specific word is supposed to be used in that manner. Not that it matters too much. Let's just keep going for big. I want to have a run where my AoE size on my aura is so big it hits the whole screen. I don't know if we're ever going to get there. I don't... maybe with the right meta progression upgrades. Ooh, that Hellhound hurt. Has very weak healing. I don't like it. I might need it anyway, but I don't like it. Like, at least my damage is good, but it's not, like, I do a boatload of damage and rip through these things pretty quick. Still gonna be better, though. No, let's go for the range. I'm hoping that affects my moves. Can I even check? See, the problem is it doesn't show these things, is my gripe. Because I wish I could see what its range is, but it doesn't say. And so even though the character stat screen is fairly robust, it could be more so. And I personally am majorly in favor of that. Even to the point where, like, if I could hold shift while mousing over an upgrade, and it would specifically tell me if it even affects my moves. Actually, I think just in general, like, if I mouse over this, all of these would light up with a green square around them. But if I hold shift, it would actually tell me what each of my moves gains as a bonus. Like, is that 10% bonus, you know, an extra 3 damage, or is it an extra 30? Or, you know, something to that extent. Is that damage bonus compounding or not? It's not, I don't think. All without the crit, I'm still churning through them. I do a lot of damage. Oh, there's the meatball. Additional projectiles, area. Like, the additional projectiles is kind of tempting. Let's just go for the raw damage, though. Yeah, I think we want the back attack. If I can get it. Again, we've taken a fair bit of harm here. Not egregious amounts, but enough and it hurts. Okay, extra aura damage, but reduce radius. I don't like that. But at least I've got 2 evolutions. I should work on my splinters, but I don't know. Yeah, crippling cuts it is. I mean, inherently, being able to shoot backwards, it doesn't quite double my damage, but it's in there. Okay. We might want to actually head up for those lockpicks. Or whatever they are. There's a health potion, which, unfortunately, I think health potions do heal a percentage of your HP, so I don't want to say it's a little stinky, because it's fine, but having this low of HP is a bit of an albatross. 25% extra projectiles. Yeah, I mean, we were investing in it. Double ghost seems like a good idea. Yeah, let's just otherwise kind of make our way over here. Hopefully we get another boss with an item that we actually care for. I don't hate the sorcerer's gauntlets or whatever, but I'm honestly having a hard time thinking of characters where that would be immediately useful. Unless there's a wizard class that I haven't even encountered yet. Also, gosh, we are just destroying the red meat dogs. Like, no survivors style. It's actually very impressive. Normally by this point I'm starting to get a little harried, but now most of the damage I take is entirely my own fault. Also, I think I saw a crit for 2,000 damage, but that might have been 2 crits layered on top of each other. I'm not sure. Yeah, fine, I'll get transfixion. Because I'd like to get a secondary evolution on one of these. I don't think I've ever done it. Unless it's straight up something that you cannot do. Which is entirely possible. Oh, I actually got it that time. Yeah, having a bunch of strike-through homing attacks makes it a fair bit easier to kill a gold slime. Let's see, reduce health, more projectiles. Alright, so now we are automatically always at two ghosts. I don't know if we get up to 3 ghosts. Maybe it'll happen. I'm not sure. Alright, snag all this stuff. Just keep kind of marching upwards. Let's see. 50% piercing and duration on the main weapon. Damage reduce piercing. That's tough. I don't know what's better here. I didn't even know it had a limited amount of pierces, but honestly, all things considered, especially if we're going to be fighting bosses with this as my main DPS, probably better to go for the just raw damage. Let's see. So one more on transfixion, if I can get it. We'll see. There it is. I think that was attack speed, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'll just give myself a little bit of movement speed. And channeling 5 in a run. Extra damage, extra crit. I swear there've got to be better options for those. I don't know. And then there's Slime Slayer. Oh. And then we have another lockpick. Just my luck. It's probably a hand. Like thieves' gloves or something? I don't know. Get a magnet, but I keep thinking lockpick, and it's hard to go back from that. I'm sure the developers know. I should probably send them an email and be like, what is this thing? I call it a lockpick, but it ain't a lockpick. It just looks like a set of lockpicks, kind of, sort of. I don't know when the next boss is going to be. Let's see, attack speed, yeah. Might as well invest somewhat in the splinters. I'm not really use them using them. Right now I currently just have a homing ghost Gatling gun coming out of my face. Whereas the splinters are kind of, I don't want to say useless, they just kind of sit there until an enemy finds them or they fade away. Whereas the ghosts are just like, die! Then hunt everything down. It's a very proactive weapon. Which, I mean, honestly, I think it's a very proactive character. Rivaling the archer, I'd have to actually, like, probably get to endgame and see which one is more effective. With everything unlocked to, like, really judge which is better. I definitely, like, this feels like lazy mode archer, which I appreciate greatly. Because with the archer, you have to care a little bit about what you're aiming for. Now it's just kind of like, wee, ghosts. Here's the one problem with auto-aim is they're not always going to prioritize things in front of me. Ow. Which is a bit of a downer. Hopefully we can find some more summoning-related items. Because this character could definitely use them. Oh, another meatball boss. I know it's not actually a meatball, it's a lava slime. Like a biggin. But if it looks like a meatball and it dies like a meatball, eat a meatball. Looks like we got a couple of talismans. Stacked right on top of each other. I was good with that. Nah, fragile chance. Gotta wait for the goop to go away. I do not have the HP to spend by walking onto that. Additional attack that can apply fragile and affliction, and also... No? I thought I had this up to 6. Maybe we have to unlock it. I guess I'll get the Kugel Blitz just because. It's on my to-do list for runs. Oh, no, this should be level 6. I don't know. We'll see what I can do. Before I pick up that next talisman, I will specifically make sure that my aura is a higher level. I think I just don't have a choice. I think we haven't unlocked the right perks to give me the customization I'm looking for. And I think I'm fine with that. I'm curious if there are higher, like, difficulty levels or anything like that, because this is also starting to get, I don't want to say a little easy. Let's see, on hit chance, additional projectiles. Yeah, I don't think we need a higher on hit chance. Maybe we do, because I know you can go over 100%. And that actually has benefits. I was just thinking if I'm consistently firing 3 shots, that might actually be worth the slight loss in chance. Just due to the potential raw damage provided. Okay, extra range, firing frequency, I don't know. I really do want to do a full elemental Kugel Blitz burninate run. I think that'll be on the docket in the next couple of days. Let's get the Radiant Aura up to 6. Okay, collateral damage 5. I know some things level up past. Let's see. Reach. There we go. I was hoping we get more reach perks, but it looks like some perks are only available at certain levels. And that's what keeps throwing me off a little bit. Hello, Gooner. You thought you could threaten me with your army of dudes? Me? The army of Dude Man? So grab the hood. It's not good. I mean, I guess in retrospect, the Wind Crown isn't particularly amazing here, but it's not terrible. The main thing is I think I'm killing too hard. And so it's not going up to speed. Or, no, I don't know, it is going up to speed. I think there just aren't enough enemy spawns for me to sustain it. Maybe if I stayed still for a while. But I did want to get myself at least reasonably clear. Or close to the next talisman. Oh, money slime. Come back. Thank you. Sweet cash. Yeah, let's just go for the crit chance. Crit chance is vastly superior to crit damage. Ow. That hurt a bit. Okay. So what else do we do? I don't know. I'm used to having a live audience for these, for subsequent videos, but yesterday was Memorial Day and my whole schedule's kind of doffed for the rest of the week. It happens. And so, I'm in this kind of fugue because I went on a long walk today and then immediately came back and took a nice long hot bath. Which, yeah, okay, that sounds a little salacious when I put it that way, but whatever. Like, seriously, do not ever neglect a nice hot bath after a long day, especially if you've been in the sun, walking, tired, or you're just over the age of 30. Because, as a kid I loved baths because it was kind of playtime. And then, as a teen, I hated baths because it took a while and was annoying. And you didn't get as clean as with a shower. Nope, never mind, it's the diving imps. Okay. Radiant Aura, Strength, Damage, and Charge Speed, yes. So now it should at least be the right level to get the perk. I don't actually know if we're going to be able to snag it. But at least there shouldn't be anything in my way. So all we need is like 1 or 2 more perks on the Google Blitz. And then we should at least guarantee I'm not going to get too many abilities that I don't want here. I don't know, I think just kind of in general, like, self-care-y things is something that's... I don't want to say I was never really taught. I don't know, I think it's definitely something that I think everybody kind of learns on their own. But there's, like, little things like, yeah, long baths, or... Oh, what's a good example? Like, cold water on a hot day. It's super obvious, but people don't think about it. Like, or even just kind of water in general. I'm one of those, like, goofy people that if I'm on a walk in the sun for, like, longer than an hour, if that is my plan, I'm gonna have a belt pouch on. You know, just kind of one of the waist pack kind of deals. And I have an Algene in there with water because, like, screw going on a long walk on a sunny day in the sun without some kind of, you know, beverage on hand. And so, yeah, I might look a little bit touristy or a little tacky or a little bit like suburban dad, but it's so worth it, man. Conversely, like, getting home being parched and kind of headachy and grumpy, like, that never feels good. Let's see. Crit damage or just raw attack speed. Yeah, let's go for the crit chance. I think that puts it at a solid 30%. Where are my enemies at? There they are. The other kind of weird self-care-y thing, and this sounds super silly, maybe, I've gotten really into ice cream cones this year. Not like as the concept, but I live a fairly, it's not like a short walk. It's a decent walk away, but there's a really nice ice cream shop that I can go to that has really nice ice cream. And if that one's full, there's a gelato place that's, like, very close to it as well. And so it's kind of one of those where it's just like, hey, today looks like a really nice day. Ice cream? And so, yeah, Shell and I will spend nearly 2 hours just going on a long walk to go get ice cream. It definitely does kind of counterbalance the whole, you know, exercise thing, but on the flip side, it is so satisfying getting to that halfway point, getting an ice cream cone and being like, yeah, and then, you know, just eating it over the course of the rest of the walk. Do I actually want to get voltage? Not overwhelmingly, no. I'll go for weak regen. I would have expected the Necromancer to have decent regen, but I guess I'm wrong. We should probably invest in the meta progression to give me more meta regen, so I just never feel the need to really invest into it. I was just so fixated on the idea of getting to the point passing the power threshold that I can clear this specific zone. I'm not actually sure. We might not make it. It really depends on the magma worm. Because the magma worm could actually kill me. And I might not have a choice there. I should probably invest a little bit into HP and movement speed. Let's go movement speed first. Okay, firing frequency, yeah. Additionally, cast chain lightning while moving past enemies. That's obscene! I think the other thing that helps me pass this power threshold is that Jade Amulet. 50% EXP bonus is just really good. I don't even know. We're level 70. I don't think we're going to get up to 100 on this run. I think we need some more achievements for that. But it definitely feels a lot more achievable with this thing on. And I'm not really sure if I would ever pick anything else. I'll have to see what the other amulets available are, and maybe once we have enough achievements, I'll just level fast enough to begin with. But right now, I think it's only like a 30-40% EXP bonus. And so the additional 50% from this amulet is pretty nuts. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I gotta work on my impressions. Hey, well, magnets. Okay, crit chance, yeah. Not that I'm really going for a crit build, but at this point it's probably my biggest damage bonus. Seeing as we've run out of actual direct damage bonuses. Or maybe direct damage bonuses that apply to my entire moveset as opposed to just one of my abilities. Okay, what do we do? No, I'm going to keep going Swift Feet. I want to be able to run away from the magma worm. Luckily, I kind of had plenty of time to run this one up, which is nice, and is going to save me a lot of trouble when it does show up. Because I always had that problem in Nova Drift where I'm like, oh man, it's starting to get kind of hairy. I guess I should invest in some defensive maneuvers. And then then I would die within a minute because I didn't have enough time to deal with the now ramped up difficulty. Let's see, aura damage and charge speed, sure. I don't actually know if that's the right way to go, but it doesn't really matter. And yeah, I know there's 2 magnets there. I'm kind of farming up a little bit. I'm gonna go hit 1 magnet as soon as the worm shows up, which I think is in minute 5. Rather than waiting it out. Yeah, it's during this phase. I wouldn't even be surprised if it isn't in play already. But it's definitely in this ballpark. A lot of fire coming my direction. Alright. It's a good time. Let's see. Electrified chance. Base crit. Yeah. There it is. There you are, you wormy sucker. Not exactly a self-care thing, but one of the fun things that Shell and I have also been doing is just going out of our way to see more wildlife. But one of my favorite things to do while we're out is, like, if we see a squirrel or a chipmunk or really anything and it pauses in our path, we just sit there and watch it. I realize that we're bothering the poor animal because they don't know what to do and their survival instinct says freeze because they don't know what they're up against and they might have to bolt. But it's always fun watching them. Okay, more firing frequency? Yeah. And pace setter. Sure. I think actually the pace setter is probably exactly the one item I want to hold on to. Maybe. Because that one, like the other ones, the other items I've found so far have felt very ho-hum. The pace setter is like the one thing where I'm just like, oh, I could see that actually being kind of useful. on certain niche builds. I'd put it on, but I'd probably die. The problem is the slime phase is always just kind of rough for avoiding damage. Luckily I have enough firepower that it's not really a threat, but good luck getting through this. I'm going to take damage. I don't wanna move slime. Thank you. There's the HP I was looking for. Weak. I might as well get Swift Feet 5. I know there's a couple of those achievements centered around getting certain stats up to level 5, and I might as well try and go out of my way for as many of them as I can. Oh, there was a money slime there. Oh, wait, no. Still was. I have lost it if it's still present. Okay, yeah, let's put the pace setter up. Because I could see Spellcaster Gloves being really good, but I just don't have any classes that would even remotely close to be useful there. Watch me immediately go get a character that benefits from it. I would not be surprised. Okay, so 3 minutes left. Kind of head back, because we don't have anything else to do. My HP isn't looking terrible, because we had a couple of potions get magneted up. Yeah, the problem is I see the money trail as the slime freaks out, but I can never find the actual slime. It's just too chaotic for me. And honestly, maybe that's fine. I don't think they actually give that much money compared to achievements and other such abilities. Or other such things, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Regen. Attack speed. Now let's get that up to 10, just to see what happens. Let's go for firing frequency on Kugel Blitz. I definitely want to invest hard into elemental damage on a run. But I think that's going to have to be an exterminator run for me to properly pull that one off. Could be wrong. Okay, minute 50. Go for the base damage. No, let's go for transfixion cadence. Because the faster I'm shotgunning these out, the better. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm zoning out again. It's one of those that once you get powerful enough on these, I'm just kind of like, I'm tired, I'm dry, I need a nap. I'll be going to bed early tonight, I think, for once. Got a lot of work to do tomorrow, and I don't want to stay up late. There's a weird thing to say. I was always the guy that would stay up like until impossible hours. But I've recognized at this point that unless I'm willing to actually, like, sleep for less hours, there's no point in staying up late, generally, unless I have a deadline. And even then, that's rarely worth it, and the more I do that, the more I get behind instead. It can be kind of satisfying to stay up super late doing something fun or cool. But it sucks staying up super late just for the sake of it. God, I am starting to sound like suburban dad. I had a English teacher in high school who had a phrase that I think it was like nothing good ever happens after 3 a.m. I'm not actually sure if I believe in that. When I was in college, we had two 24/7 diners that we could go to. One was like 10 minutes away, the other was like 20. And They would serve like really good, hearty kind of breakfast American food. You know, eggs and toast and burgers and fries and garbage plates and, you know, junk like that. And it wasn't good for us, not even remotely close. Bro, there was something intensely satisfying about staying up until that late. Like, really getting work done and feeling quite satisfied with my accomplishments. And then, you know, hearing one of my friends going through the hall being like, hey, we're going to the diner. You want to join us? You know, it's kind of quiet. It's like, diner. And so, like, if you're awake, you can hear it. And so, almost always, you'd have at least, like, 5 to 10 people just kind of come out of nowhere to say, like, hey, yeah, I'd actually love to go to the diner right now. Ow. And it was, I don't know, it was just kind of a fun community thing, and I miss doing that. Unfortunately, nowadays, I don't think I would ever remotely come close to daring to do so. Mostly just COVID. Because I don't want to say call me alarmist, but I want nothing to do with long COVID and its effects, because boy howdy, they sound awful. I was at a Whole Foods earlier today, ow. And there was a child, you know, maybe like a 12-year-old or something like that, and he was just coughing up, not a lung, but he was coughing a lot, and it was just kind of like, oh, you're concerning. Maybe it's not COVID, maybe you're just, you know, one of those kids, but boy, you'd think after the last couple of years, everyone would kind of get the general idea of maybe coughing in public in closed space areas is not kosher and shouldn't do it. But you know, I think a lot of people just don't give a shit. Like a lot of people don't care nearly as much as I do, which is kind of iffy. It seems like a bad thing. I know most people don't want to like sacrifice their quality of life for it, but I don't know, I've got like another 60, 70 years in me if I'm lucky. I feel like it wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to just be reasonably cautious and a complete homebody. All my favorite people are here anyway. I don't really feel like I've missed out on too much. I've missed out on a couple of things. Like, it'd be nice to go to a convention again, or maybe travel internationally again, but honestly, it's fine. I don't think I'm gonna kill this guy. He's kind of tanky, and I don't have the HP regen to recover from the damage I've taken. Nor do I think there are a whole lot of potions left to potentially get me over that line. And there's so many meatballs, man. I might get him, but it's... Oh, that sucks. I don't even know where he is. The problem is I truly cannot get close to him. Oh, well, that's a saving grace. So the meatballs do explode. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. I thought they would explode on proximity, but I guess some of them do. And I ate this sword because I was distracted. There you are, you weird dude. And I was kind of trying to get away from him and his massive quantity of meatballs. Yeah, I'll have to try this again. But honestly, for my first round as Warlock, pretty good. So even if I don't kill this guy, it's really not that big of a deal. And if I do kill this guy, cool. I would be shocked considering how little HP I have. If I'm just really careful... Oh, and I get stuck on a rock. I was just hoping my, my transfixion, affliction, whatever stacks would mess him up more. Like, I was really hoping this guy would take oodles of damage from stacks and stacks of vulnerability. Nope. Ah, clipped me in the foot. Still, we got a lot of stuff, Navet. Novice Warlock. Oh yeah, Septic Boots, Invocation Sigil, Duration Blessing, Ability Summon Ghosts. I wonder if that Summon Ghost is different from my regular attack. Probably is. So let's, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll probably pick Exterminator. I wanted to take a look at this. Path of Sword. We should probably go back and finish off one or two other characters. No. Demonic Pact. Here we go. 3 million damage with the Golem, but we don't have that. 5 minutes with maximum health, 250 or less. Oh, I actually got kind of close on that one. Ferrite Infusion. Invocation Signet. Oh, we do have the ability to summon Golem now. Sick. So, we've got at least a couple of summons to use for next time. For now, though, I also have a 60% EXP bonus and have a lot more achievements done than I thought. Sick. But for now, I would like to go rest, probably. So, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.